There's a season in life where the old version of you doesn't fit anymore and the new one hasn't arrived. I'm in my 50s and I've lived through enough transitions to recognize this one. This isn't about figuring anything out. It's just about a place to stand for a few minutes. When I had my mental health challenge, it was very hard. I didn't think I was going to make it. I felt so alone, not who I thought I was supposed to be. I thought about it at some point and I was like, I'm just going to just be, and I don't even know if that's what I thought or not. I don't think so, but the more I learned to pause, it really helped me. Specifically, I started questioning my beliefs. Not in an I'm going to hurry up and change them way, but just question them. A lot of times it was the belief that things that I'd always felt weird about, beliefs that other people not pushed on me, but just didn't resonate with me. Before that happened, I felt like I was on the outside looking in. I didn't really have a lot of agency. I didn't really have a true sense of who I really was. I just knew I had to strive to be someone better. I wasn't good enough, and it felt like I always had to do something to earn that. But when I had my mental health problem, and I'm not going to go into that right now, but when I had it, it was such a pain, it was such a defeated feeling, and I knew I needed to change. I knew I needed to listen to myself. I knew that instinctively, even though I didn't know how. But I began learning things, not changing anything in my heart and mind, but being open. That's what I was doing, being open to new things, even when I thought they were weird. Just resting in that, resting in what I thought I was learning, what I had heard, what made sense to me, and I left the rest. That's all I can do, right? But I started journaling about why I believed the way I did, what my thought process was. Was it my belief? Was it someone else's? And how that affected me, how I wrestled with some of the beliefs that I acclimated to. I would ask these questions of myself in my journal, questions I didn't know the answer to. I had no idea what they were. But over time, I would read the questions and things would come to me. Things would make sense to me. Just bits and pieces here and there. It wasn't always clear, don't get me wrong. I spent a lot of time being still and quiet and just pausing where I was at. It wasn't easy all the time. People around me didn't understand, but I had to understand. For me, it wasn't about anyone else. It was about me. And I needed myself to actually be here, for me to actually take care of myself for once in my life and not worry about what other people thought, what other people believed. Just me. Now, I'm not saying that it was easy to do, because it wasn't. It was something that when I say I have to work on it day by day, that's a weird thing to say with this conversation, but what I mean when I say that is sometimes I had to do some things like breathing, not in the way that I do every day, but following my breath. That's what I did. Other people may not work that way, but for me, that's what I did. I would breathe in and breathe out. Not fast, mind you, very controlled, if you will, and very intentionally. It's funny, I say controlled. Control has always been for me, and my experience for years, for decades. Control was a bad thing. It was something to push away from, right? But that in itself is a control. But for me, when I was focusing on what was best for myself, for learning who I was, I believe that was paramount. That was the beginning of it for me, is taking care of myself, controlling my internal language. And there's that word again, control. Not controlling it in a way that was very action-oriented, like boom, 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 but letting it come. And there were times, don't get me wrong, there were times that I had to focus on me and my heart. And I would focus on my heart and place my hands on my heart and my belly, because I carry a lot of stress in my belly. I would breathe and I would focus on my heart. I would focus on my well-being and taking care of myself. That's what worked for me. I hope for some of you, I hope you can just breathe with this and know you're not alone, because you're not. You're not at all. I'm right here with you. Thank you. If this meets you where you're at, I'm glad you found your way here.